Are you thinking about insurance? At Aquin Financial Services, we do auto, life, home, health, and business. Again, we do auto, life, home, health, and business. At Aquin Financial Services, we protect your most valuable assets. Hello everyone, I'd like to say welcome to another show or another episode of Aquin Financial Services. Today, we're going to talk about auto insurance. Auto insurance is basically what everyone drives around. If you have a vehicle and you do want to have auto insurance, but I'm sure no one wants to drive without auto insurance, without a car insurance. But again, before we get into that, we noticed the subject line on the video is basically about insurance. So what is insurance, okay? In other words, what is insurance? Why do you need insurance? What's the purpose of having insurance, okay? So insurance is something that people buy to protect themselves against a loss. That was basically what I would say. I would buy insurance in case I get into an accident. So if you have a vehicle, buy insurance. Most people drive cars because they can afford to purchase insurance. So let's get into it. What type of insurance do I need? What is the benefit of having insurance? And what is the importance of having insurance? And who do I pay the premium to? And why should I have insurance anyway? That's what I say. All right, let's get back. Let's recap a little bit, okay? Let's say you and I, or I decided to buy a car, or you decide to buy a car. So when we bought the car, what happened? Before we get on the road, we need to have insurance. So we call that auto insurance. On auto insurance, that's what we call basic insurance, or we call full coverage, or PIP. Some people call it PIP, but some of us call it basics, or some of it call full coverage. So it always depends on, most people think of what they can afford. That's how most people who doesn't understand insurance seems to cater or go about. But what I say to people, it's good. I understand. It's because due to difficult time, we want to buy insurance because we want to get to work. We want to protect ourselves in case of something would happen or we get into an accident. So let's put it this way. Buy insurance because of a need. The need is, if I buy insurance or auto insurance, I get on the road, I get into an accident, am I protected? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Is you protected to, in a sense whereby you can't be affected? I know I'm going too deep, but I'm just trying to get you to understand where I'm heading. So if you buy coverage, 10,000 for instance, okay? Let's use that example. I have a Bentley, you have a Bentley, and I have a car. I have a Toyota. I go ahead and hit your Toyota, okay? Now let's say I have a $10,000 coverage worth of my auto insurance policy. Now, if the coverage on my car for the 10,000, if the damage that I cost you costs more than 10,000, who's gonna pay the rest? That's what the question I usually ask people. Remember, we're talking about how much can I afford, okay? So, yes, you wanna get something cheap, but are you still being protected? And in an essence, you are covered, but you undercovered. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm covered, but I'm not fully covered. I'm covered enough to get on the road, which is the minimum or the state required. The state required 10,000, you get 10,000, you're able to get on the road. Now, if I hit your Bentley that you're driving and the damage is $20,000 and I'm covered for 10,000, where's the other 10,000 going to be coming from? Ask yourself that question. So we can get into insurance very deep, but I'd like for you guys to understand the reason insurance was created and what is the purpose that the insurance serve. So if you buy insurance today, do you want to make sure you cover it if you can afford it, or you want to make sure you undercovered because you don't want to pay too much insurance. Okay, so that's going to be another subject. The other part is, what is the benefit of having insurance? The benefit of having insurance is, I have it, I hit your cars, the insurance company will cough up and pay. It's very simple. Remember, when you have an insurance, when you pay your insurance premium, it's a contract. The contract between I agree to pay the $10,000 with your $100. So I'm paying $100 a month, and I'm paying $10,000 for you if you get into an accident. That's funny, right? And some people would ask, where does the insurance company get all that funds or the money to pay these people such amount of money? But remember, the risk, see, this is another subject. The risk is calculated to an extent. This is how they come up to charge you certain premium, okay? For them to come up with the premium, it varies. It goes into your zip code, it goes into what type of car that you drive, it goes to your driving histories, it goes into the type of credit you're getting and how good is your credit, and it goes into, I'm not gonna say that one, I'll leave that one. Okay, now remember, most of the insurance companies do provide credits. Let's say if you want to go paperless, if you want to go, if you want to have them take the money out of your account automatically, if you had prior insurance, if you are homeowners, if you have, goodness, I'm sorry, it's just my mind. If you have alarm system in your car, that also help you get what we call discount. So the more discount that you are able to get, the cheaper your premium become. And of course, some newer cars, the newer your car may be, and the newer your insurance premium may be. Now, I know I will get the name for you. The most expensive car, I think it was a Corvette, like $5,000 a month for the premium, because it goes from 0 to 60 miles within 3 seconds. So they figured that if a car can move that fast, so they're gonna make sure they're stiff for it. Because imagine if a car can go that fast, the accident rate is gonna be fast. It's gonna be a lot more. So yes, I'd like for you guys to also think of these, and you also have what we call what else? What type of coverage would you need? So I technically already covered that, but if, mind you, when you're taking insurance, you want to know what kind of coverage you need. And knowing the type of coverage you need will prevent you from getting yourself into trouble, okay? And again, I always, if you do have a good agent or an agent that's helping you out, make sure you ask the question, and they're gonna ask you a lot of questions, and be sincere with them. And of course, they will tell you exactly what you need to get you covered. So that would be a part of auto insurance. And auto insurance is very vast. We can sit here and talk about insurance all day long, and I'm telling you, I won't stop talking because I kind of love that stuff. And I'm gonna tell you another one thing is important again. Ooh. Right. Okay. Anyway, before anything, I think we should take a break. And the next thing I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to make it long, we're going to talk about life insurance and what is the importance of life insurance. Probably one segment, it's not going to be short. Life insurance. Catch you later.
Need life insurance? Then contact our professional and friendly team to learn more about our range of custom and tailored services designed to suit your exact needs. Every one of our professionals have acquired years of experience, which ensures you get the very best. Our experienced staff are waiting to hear from you and to answer any specific questions that you may have on how we can meet your needs. Just ask for a consultation and let us prove our commitment to you, as we promise to maintain the highest level of quality and commitment. Your satisfaction is our prime concern. So please don't hesitate to get in contact with us and let us show you all the great options we have.
I'm back. Thank you for having me again. Thank you again. Remember, before we went into the little episode, we said we were going to talk about life insurance. That one is very dearly to my heart. When we talk about life insurance, you really take me to another place. And the way I initially got into selling life insurance was due to a guy. His name was Dalton. Okay, he used to be at a church where I used to go to, and one day, unfortunately, he had passed, and at a young age, and as you could see, I'm still young. And what happened is the church were collecting funds to bury him. And at that time, I was around 16, 17, and I'm like, that's not right. You can't. Why should they collect funds to bury bury him? They didn't have money to bury the guy. So it constantly bothers me to see that they were doing it in the church, although remember church is certainly like a family thing. That's how people operate within the church. So I figured that it was kind of unfair for the family didn't have the funds to bury their own family members. So ever since I was little, I've been wanting to learn about what people could do, but I didn't know it was insurance because that was not the type of stuff that I was interested in. So eventually, my mother had an agent that came over the house. I guess due to the effect of the passing, so she wound up getting a life insurance agent that came over, and they talk about life insurance. And while she was talking about insurance, I started asking questions. I said, what is this, and why is it important to have this? Why is it important? She said, well, I was like, hey, and how can I do this? And it seems like it's easy. It's not that difficult. So asking question after a whole bunch of questions, and I was around 16, 17, and the lady was like, well, you could do this if you want. When you turn 18, you can call me, and I can enroll you to classes, and we'll get you going. You can become an agent. I said, really? And that's how my journey had begun to become an insurance agent. Now, I know insurance is a boring subject, okay? It really is. But eventually, it's something that you and we have to face, whether we like it or not. Whether it's the past, whether it's tomorrow, it's the next another year, a couple of years down the road, we each and every one of us has a family member that will pass. We don't like it, but we have to face it. That's just the reality. So, I have become an agent. I have helped a couple of hundred people. I don't think it's a couple of thousand yet, but if it's probably just over a couple of thousand. I had helped a lot of people about selling life insurance. Now, with these people that we sell insurance to, I never understood what it means to them when they have a family member that passed. Okay? I never understood that because I had people that have $500,000. I have to take the check and bring it to them. 50,000, take it to them. 10,000, 100,000. I will take it to these families. I never understood what the actual effect that it does happen. I will tell you why I'm giving you this story, because it happened to me. And when my dad passed, I actually realized the value of having a life insurance policy. It's when it happened in COVID. It's not too long ago. While COVID started, my dad passed. He had underlying conditions. Due to this condition, he wound up passing through COVID. And that's really, really, really when it hit home. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what it really, life insurance is really all about. The reason I'm telling you this, I'm telling you because as an agent, I figure I'm just making a commission. I'm feeding my family. I'm selling insurance. I'm helping people in need. But when it hit home, you do understand the process. And due to COVID, I stopped selling insurance. I said I was not going to sell insurance because I don't see the needs for it. Okay? Since I didn't see the needs for it, I didn't sell any insurance. But when my dad passed, I see what it means to have a life insurance coverage. I'm like, I'm doing a disservice. You see, the purpose was to serve, and I was doing the service. When COVID started, I stopped. Now that my dad get hurt, and I realized the calling was the right thing to do. So I started back selling insurance. So again, if you don't have a life insurance policy, if you're in need of a life insurance policy, if you don't know what it means, it doesn't have to be me. It could be anyone. But I'll be glad if it is me or one of our representatives that we have in the office can help you understand the process, even if you don't want to take it now. Call us. We'll be happy to sit with you and educate you and to see what it means to have a life insurance policy. I'm going to give you my number. It's 561-290-4661. Okay? 561-290-4661. As you can see, the number was on the screen. Prior and after is going to be there. And of course, you can also go into our website, which is at waycheapinsurance.com. waycheapinsurance.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are young, from 0 to 85, we can get you a life insurance policy. It's been a pleasure being with you today, and hopefully we can continue this journey as one. Thank you and have a blessed day.